I'm asking a question to myself. When will black and brown people receive any type of justice when it comes to law enforcement and the countless violence that they inflict upon us in our community? When will we get justice? And what does that take for us to get justice? Simple justice. Just to be treated as a human being and also treated fairly in the justice system. Does it take, how many shootings, how many beatings does it take for black and brown families to receive respect in the justice system and to receive justice for their loved ones who have been murdered by law enforcement? While driving black, walking black, shopping black, in your own home, making boiling water, making a hot dog. Someone was murdered even eating pizza and watching Netflix that was black. When will black and brown people receive justice, equal justice, that our white counterparts receive every day when it comes to police violence? I'm Asa Khalif, and welcome again to another episode of In Studio with Asa Khalif podcast. I'm unfortunately here to talk about another issue that has developed since last time I saw you and spoke with you last. Mark Dow, the former police officer who brutally shot a brown person in our community, because black and brown, I believe, is always intertwined. But the brown person who was murdered by this former police officer, Mark Dow, Eddie Irizarry. And we thought with the protest and the pressure and the national and local news that it received, and the fact that this man, because of the video, not because of their video, but because the video showed that they lied initially, and that Mr. Rosario did not jump out of his car, did not have a weapon in his hand, it was not a gun, it was nothing, it was sitting in his car. And you saw the video. We don't need to go over and over again with it. I don't want to traumatize you all with it. But the fact of the matter was, it was a neighbor, a resident, who had a video who showed exactly what happened. Long story short, the former police officer was finally charged, arrested, and charged with first-degree murder, and was sent to jail to wait for his day in court. And all of a sudden the judge came along and dismissed the charges altogether, and he was out again. Then he was back in again, charged with first-degree murder. And now we're dealing with the fact that we just got the news yesterday that former white police officer Mark Dow has yet now been released again on bail. $20,000 bail that the Federal Order of Police gladly paid. And his charges have been reduced from first degree to third degree now. Why is this keep happening? Why can't this police officer be held accountable for the murder of Eddie Irizarry? Why are those who are involved, why is everyone keep dropping the ball when it comes to this police officer? Is it because he's white? And Eddie Irizarry is a part of the Latino community? Is it the fact that he has the powerful FOP behind him? Is it the fact that you just don't give a fuck? Just another person who is not white and he got what he deserved? Why is it the fact that a former white police officer continues to get the privilege, blue privilege as a former cop, and of course white privilege as a white male in America? It's unbelievable. And I don't know all the ins and outs because the district attorney's office cannot speak about the case publicly because it's a gag order. But I would really like to know, and not from reports that's leaking from the press. I would like to really hear what happened and why in the world is this man back to third-degree murder, and why is he back out on bail when Eddie Irizarry is still in a casket underground buried? He doesn't have the advantages or the luxury of being alive. And somebody should pay for that shit. Somebody should pay for it. And those who are in charge of fighting for justice for the Azari family, tighten the fuck up. Tighten the fuck up. Leave no loopholes whatsoever. This man deserves to be in prison. If I shot and killed someone, you think I'd be out here free, roaming around, talking about this situation on a podcast? You think I'd be out? No, my black ass would be in jail, and your black ass would be in jail too. And your white ass, because if you're poor and you ain't got the money, you'll be in there too. Police officers, even when they're former police officers, have way too much leeway when it comes to powerful individuals covering things up and protecting them when they have continuously been violent towards the black and brown and poor community. It's outrageous. You understand me? It's outrageous that this former police officer is out on bail. It's outrageous that this former police officer, this white killer cop, is out on bail and charged now with third degree and not first degree murder. It's outrageous that the Azari family was disrespected. It's outrageous. I know what it feels like because my family and other families that I've sat with can understand the frustration when they're trying to fight daily just to keep their loved one's name alive. So whoever is in charge, whoever is prosecuting this case, tighten the fuck up. You're fighting for a man who deserves justice and his family deserves justice. Tighten up and do your job that you're capable of doing. There's no way in the world that this man, this killer cop, should be out. No way. It's outrageous. And to the Azari family, on behalf of my family, we send you our prayers. We send you our strength to fight and keep fighting, the resilience to keep fighting for your loved one. Fight in the streets with your protest. I'll participate any type of protest that's there, but to continue to fight for your loved one and be the voice for your loved one. No one deserves that type of disrespect from anyone on any side. We want justice. We demand justice for Eddie Azari. It's the right thing to do. And we want that killer cop held accountable and locked up where he belongs. The disrespect towards black and brown people, especially in this city, when it comes to law enforcement, is just beyond despicable. So let's keep that family in prayer. And again, whoever is in charge of prosecuting this case, tighten the fuck up and fight for that family. And put that criminal killer cop behind bars where he belongs. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I'm Khalif. I'll see you in the streets. Peace and blessings.